Okay, so how do we read programming? In general, regardless where you're getting it from, you're gonna see some common data points, okay? We're gonna seek out looking for these categories. They should be included somewhere. You're gonna have movements, sets, repetitions, percentages, and modifiers, okay? These are things like tempo squats, pauses and holds, eccentric negatives. Percentages only matter if we have a rep max established for whatever the given movement is. The repetition is going to tell me how many times we're going to do the move. Set's going to tell us how many rounds or how many times we're going to go through doing those repetitions, right? And then the movement's telling us what move we're doing for all of this stuff. So here's an example. We're going to go back squat, BS. I'm going to say 3 sets, 10 reps, okay? You may see percentages. You may see a modifier. Like maybe we'll say 3-second hold at bottom. In this example, if you don't have an established 1 rep max for back squat, then this doesn't matter to you. Don't worry about it, okay? We're here, we're just trying to get 3 working sets of 10. That means how much weight can I do for this move at that many reps with perfect form. Once I establish that, we count that as set number 1, and then we're gonna move through 2 more for a total of 3 working sets, okay? If there's a modifier, which in this case we have 3-second hold at the bottom, then I'm just gonna apply that to each repetition of this movement, right? So each one of these 10 reps is gonna have a 3-second hold at the bottom position. If I do have an established rep max, then this percentage will apply. In this case, let's say we got a 100 kilogram back squat, which would mean our 70% is 70 kilos. That would mean I need to do 70 kilogram back squat for 10 repetitions with a 3-second hold for 3 sets total, right? You're gonna take a break between these sets, 2 to 3 minutes a pop, but that's how we're gonna read that. Now let's make it a little more complicated. Let's say we're working with Olympic movements, because sometimes those get combined in multiple movements into one complex. So you may see something like snatch, pull, plus snatch, plus overhead squat. And it might say I want to do 5 sets of 1 rep, right? And let's say there's a modifier on it too. 3-second hold at bot, just like we used in the first example, right? So what does that mean? If it says 1, that means I need to go through this plus this plus this 1 time for 5 sets, right? Let's say it says 2 repetitions on this complex, right? That means I need to go this plus this plus this, and then this plus this plus this again. 2 reps of that complex for 5 sets total, right? Let's say it got a little more complex. Maybe it says 1 plus 2 plus 1. That means I'm going to do 1 snatch pull plus 2 snatches plus 1 overhead squat, right? If there's a modifier, in this case we're saying 3-second hold at the bottom, right? I know that a snatch pull doesn't have a bottom position. The snatch does, and so does the overhead squat. So that modifier doesn't apply to the first move. So I'm going to go 1 snatch pull, 2 snatches with a 3-second hold at the bottom, and then 1 overhead squat with a 3-second hold at the bottom. And again, my working sets only count if I'm doing as much weight as I can do for the rep scheme and the movement with perfect form and technique.